Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Baseball Coverage. Right, I couldn't decide how I wanted to start that that intro. I got caught in the middle of it. Welcome back to playoff coverage right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. It could all end tonight for the Seattle Mariners. Just a little bit ago, you saw the Yankees tie up that series with Toronto in the bottom of the 15th, I believe, with a 2-run home run. Chicago won 2-1 yesterday. Now Seattle has to win or they go home. Oddly enough, if they win, they go home for a winner-take-all Game 5. Let's see what happens. We are in the midst of a brutal stretch here of multiple. Let's see. We are 2-7 in our last 9 games. 6 of those 7 losses have been by 1 run. Much better defensively yesterday. We were able to hold them to only 2 runs, but unfortunately 2 runs was too much for our offense to be able to overcome. And we fell 2-1 on a solo home run by Brian Hayes as the ALDS continues, possibly concludes tonight with Chicago having a 2-1 series lead. Chris Flexen likely on the mound, unless I used him yesterday. I already don't remember. Dylan Cease. Cease, I think. He'll be starting for the Chicago White Sox. There's a look at the bracket. NLCS is set. ALCS will wait until Friday before it is set. NLCS starts on Saturday. Let's jump on in, play full game as we usually do. Alternate road, guaranteed rate field, hybrid. We're actually going to use Justice Sheffield. I knew it wasn't going to be right because we did tinker around with what's it called? Oh, we tinkered around with the lineup, the bullpen. Do I go with the classic batting average or the classic batting lineup here? Like a Dom T. Williams up top, Ty France mixed here, and then a Lewis and. I mean, it's kind of the same thing I use, but is that the detriment? Toro up there. Crawford. All right, let's do it. No games tomorrow because the NL is all set. Friday, you'll get at least 1 Game 5, maybe 2. We'll see how this one goes for us. If we lose this game, we will have gone 2-8 in our final 10 games. Pretty bad collapse right there. And then that's about it.
It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Chicago White Sox.
It has Toronto up 1-0.
With my partner Chris Singleton.
This is the rare game. That was the rare game that I've had to that actually runs into the next game. That would be like the Mariners and the Mariners and White Sox game will start on ESPN when it's ready. 5-0, 9-2, 2-1. Game 5 if necessary. Like I said on Friday, but we got to get through this one first. Mariners, White Sox coming at you.
When in any given at bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tough.
I was correct in the pronunciation, by the way, Dylan Cease.
Through the second and third time through the order, so we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
So just about set now, and stepping in.
Dom T. Williams is going to lead us off.
Thompson Williams. That one misses. And we're underway here in Game 4.
Good for him. Gold Glove Award. Interesting that it says right field. He played in left for us most of the time, but whatever. Four-seam fastball at 99, a slider at 88. Whew, pardon me. 12-6 curve at 82, a changeup at 80.
Next offering is in.
We'll look at a strike there.
When you come off a tough one-run loss in the postseason,
In the low part of the zone. Very slow yesterday, or late I should say, on those high 90s fastballs. See if we can do something about that today. Got to be aware of something off speed. I'll look a little bit lower here. That is a generous call.
2-2.
Oh, he got me with the changeup. It was right where I wanted it. I was looking low for it, and oh, that is look at where that is. I'm probably going to end up on top of it, but might have enough power to try and drive it. It's way too early. Was that 78 miles an hour? That is a 20-mile-an-hour change right there. There it is again.
No score, just getting started. Top of the first.
From the four-seam to the changeup. Could prove to be the... oh, God.
And the pitch.
Could prove to be the difference in this game early. Or this... well, yeah, this game early. Got me with the slider on the outside. This is bad. Very, very bad.
Watch out the top two guys in the lineup to start an inning. Got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base.
I was looking for the off speed. Looking for the off speed. Too late. I
cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Next pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I was hoping for that 12-6 curve or that changeup to be just a hanger.
2 outs. Swing and a ball popped.
Yeah, we'll get a little flare there into left field. And we're going to get a hit early in this game, which is nice.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with
We're obviously very late on it. Able to get just enough on it. Just enough muscle behind it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now batting Mitch Haniger. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Next pitch downstairs. Ball 1. And the righty deals. On a line out towards center. Roddick makes the catch, and that'll do it.
That's not terrible.
For Seattle, time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Gonzalez most likely will start game number 5 if that is a possibility.
We go to the bottom of the first.
Justice Sheffield on the mound today. Has a whip of 1.26 in 32 starts. 11-12 is his record. 4.13 ERA, 209 innings. A ton of hits at 260. 4 walks, 57 strikeouts.
Bottom of the first. There's the shortstop at the plate, Tim Anderson.
Leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
And a pitch. That's a strike.
Tim Anderson with a solo home run yesterday in the, I think the, what was the top of the 8th inning.
And now the 0-1. Base hit, center field.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's the second baseman, Danny Mendon. And that's in there for strike 1.
Slider in there. This team did blow us apart in game number 2. Not only did they score 9 runs to defeat us 9-2, but they had 20 hits in that game.
To first, might be 2. To second, that's one. Return throw.
All right,
gets
there
him
we
in
go.
first. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And now it's Luis Robert.
Oops. Not giving him the pitch he wants. He wants the slider on that outside.
That one ripped, and there's a hit. So
Ooh, Haniger with that annoying animation.
And it gets by him. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far,
That was almost a terrible pitch because I was trying to glance at where that previous pitch was. It's in a good location.
The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So a good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
And that one hammered back there. And gone! Eloy Jimenez leaves the yard, and they add a pair. It's 2-0.
Too many sinkers.
Really great job.
I don't think this one's in a terrible spot. Maybe a little higher than I would have liked it, but
You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
And now up to the plate.
yeah, I mean there's nothing to be too upset about there. Look at that. That location is good. You know, it's fine. He's a little early on it. Just a good launch angle. Probably want it buried a little bit closer to the bottom part of that zone, but that's not, obviously not the worst pitch you could have thrown. There's a possibility I maybe could have thrown to first there and actually gotten an out. But we are looking at a bad start here for the Mariners.
You let the ball travel and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
We're just going straight sinker here. I don't love it.
Rip towards third. They take the force out. That's the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game.
That's an advantage at bat for the White Sox. Opposite batter to the hand that I'm throwing with.
Back here on the south side, top of the second, and the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
The shortstop, J.P.
Cease back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning.
Oh.
Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Batting fifth.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes.
Key Brian Hayes.
In there for strike 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creep into my mind right
Fucking God. That is 98-78. You can see why it's just so devastating.
Next pitch in the dirt. Now 1-2.
I mean, it's the pitch I was looking for. I wanted it kind of up in that zone there.
Next pitch is outside.
I mean, it's a strike either way. It's just a really embarrassing swing. There we go. It's a good way to...
And the right-hander deals. The punch out
Ooh,
there.
I thought I was going to...
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
I thought that was going to... Thought it was going to keep running away, but it did not.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Slider clips the corner. Out towards right center. That's well struck.
Should get out.
And that ball is out of here. Abraham Toro blasts.
I mean, obviously not out of the game at all. It's again, it goes back to that second game. I mean, we got blown apart. It was 9-2. We gave up 20 hits. Yada yada yada. It led off in the first inning, I think. Early in that game, it was a good pitch that just got rocked for a home run. I mean, it really is a thing where I'm just like, okay. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Now it's Tom Murphy.
And that's exactly the kind of pitch I'm looking for.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Not that pitch, but the previous one.
Righty
Similar
delivers.
situation to me, or to the home run we gave up.
Just a really nice slider down
Advantage
the end there. He
at
wants to
bat
get the
for
hit,
us.
take
We
the
have
fastball, speed
lefty-
him off, and just subtract some
Lefty
velocity
batter
down a
versus
little
righty
Next pitch
thrower.
off the plate. Now
Good
1-2.
power from
bit. He's
Toro.
been seeing good velocity in the at bat. He's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
And the next pitch is way outside. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball.
There it
He
is, that
stays
12-6
alive.
curve. I believe that's what I got the home run off of. Oh,
Here's a
damn
high
it.
fly ball out
It's
to
a
center.
hanging slider.
Under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
I mean, everything else was
One run closer
low in
for
the zone,
Seattle
and
after
those
this
are the
solo
pitches that have been
shot.
getting me in
And
here in
it's
this
now a
back half of
2-1
the
ball
season,
game.
especially September. September was such a rough month, and we're lucky to even have won the wild card. Even though, you know, if we didn't, we still play the Yankees, a team that we've actually played very well against throughout the season.
The wind of the pitch.
However, with the struggles that we've
Bounce to the
seen
right. Frazier over to pick it up.
throughout
Gets
September,
it first and quickly one away in the second.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Adam.
The batter now is Adam Engel. And he lays down a bunt. On the run, sends it over to first. Beats
that
him
is
to the
a
bag for an
tight
out on
play
the
at
bunt.
first, but gonna be out number 2.
The first baseman, Garrett.
Pretty perfect bunt location. They drug the
Two outs,
first
base
baseman
empty.
down, which
So up
meant
next
that
for
the
Chicago,
pitcher had to
Gavin
cover.
Sheets. First offering and it just misses.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield.
We are getting into a
That turns the
dangerous
lineup
position.
over.
Sheffield's only thrown
That'll
17
make you feel good
pitches.
as a hitter right there.
That's a lot. This is a lot of contact
Got
already.
eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Here's Tim Anderson. First offering misses the mark. Sheets, the runner at first with 2 gone. That's to third. Hayes picks it up, slings it across. Yeah, they take care of Anderson.
See if we get
for
what
the
the
out.
hit
In
number
and over.
is.
So a man left for the White Sox.
5 or 6 at this
They lead it
point.
2-1. Top half of the third inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Adam Frazier.
Leading off the Mariners,
5 hits.
the second baseman,
The right-hander back to work.
Frazier.
On the ground.
Damn
And
it.
it goes just
So early on that changeup. I mean, looking at it, just looks like a meatball.
Next offering is in for a strike. The wind of the pitch. Got him looking.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Call for the hitter.
Oh,
Pitcher.
man. I thought that was a ball.
Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Thompson Williams in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Swing
Terrible swing. So late on
the
this.
baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all four corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
Righty to the plate. Now
Really late on
that
that.
one fouled. Now
My
it's 3-2.
goodness.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Oh,
That's
it's
his
so
second
slow.
strikeout.
You know,
Oh, I
varied
just
speeds
couldn't
can be
sit
just
back
as
on it.
useful for a pitcher as movement. And you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
That one hammered
Get
left
the
field.
heck out of here. Get the absolute
Way back
fuck
there.
out of here. Let's go.
Turning,
2-0.
looking, and that one is gone. A shot to
Okay,
left,
we're right
and
back in
game
this.
is tied.
Tied
It's
up.
2-2.
Much better bottom half of the second inning.
For a guy to be able to hit a changeup at that velocity tells me he would have been ready for a fastball. Just impossible to cover that wide of range of velocity. But he does a nice job picking his pitch, and he gets rewarded for it.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Foul ball
Drop,
there.
drop. Ugh.
Tied up here in the early going. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And no one can get there. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double.
He's getting a little comfortable with that that change up and 12-6 curve in the low part of the zone.
And home run away from the cycle.
Seriously.
Maybe
Sorry
just
with this
kind of
already.
not worry about it until
Man,
maybe
it's
don't
second
worry
here
about
with
the
2
90,
away. So
the
now it's
98,
batter
just see if he can
cleanup
do
hitter.
damage with the
This
80
inning.
mile-an-hour stuff.
Swing and a ball popped up, and it's just foul.
Yeah, late on the 97, but good timing on the stuff that's right about 80.
0-1 now. And it's fouled away.
Still early on that one. Got to be very aware of the slider here.
Out to short. Anderson collects. On to first.
It was a slider. I was early on it.
For the out. And that is that. But a run scores in the
That's
inning
okay, though.
as this
I mean, we
solo
got...
home run ties things up. And we're deadlocked now.
We have the
with 2
solo
apiece.
shot that we're looking for.
Here on the south side, now the number 2 hitter, Danny
Leading up
Mendez.
for the White Sox, the second baseman, Danny
Sheffield back to work. Edge of the zone for a strike.
Steal a strike
one.
there if we can. In that upper part of the
The
zone.
line to the pitch. And that one just
Missed
missed off
that.
the
That
outside
one
edge.
did not feel great as I was throwing it.
To the right side. Throw over to Toro. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Now batting,
Luis
center
Robert
fielder,
now.
Luis Robert.
In there, and it's 0-1. And a pitch. And that one missing low. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss there. The pitch. Stays
That
alive.
was not where I wanted that at all.
The 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's the second out.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the
Up next
opposite
for the White
side,
Sox,
but that pitch really
the
got in on
designated
him right
hitter.
there. I mean, that's a
Oh,
well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and fires. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Okay, we got to be really careful with Eloy Jimenez already. He's 2 for 2, a double, a 2-run blast. Not a good-looking slider at all. That felt awful.
I think there was.
Yeah. Little slider action.
Jimenez stands at second with 2 gone.
Got him looking. Got him looking. Murphy and I, catcher and I, were on the exact same page. I was going to throw a high fastball anyway.
And welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, J.P.
The
Crawford.
shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And here it comes. And that one in the air, center field. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
He's right where I wanted it.
Key Brian Hayes up next for the Mariners. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he deals. And that's outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. The pitch. Lined into right.
Oh, that really stayed up there. Oh my goodness, I thought that was a bloop shot to right.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And it just stayed up there forever.
Abraham Toro up next for the Mariners. And a foul
That's a
ball.
miss right there. Again, just early on that curveball. That's a hanger that should have been crushed.
Pitch. And a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Left-hand batter waits. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 1-2. And a ball evens the count. 2-2. The 3-2.
Wow, made that nice and easy. Maybe not exactly
Kind of tells you that that's
the result I wanted there. Definitely a missed pitch on that. I believe it was a changeup.
Yeah, that's in there for strike 1.
Okay.
Kicks and deals. That one outside, and the count even 1-1. The pitch. That misses, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
2-1 now. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Really saw that changeup really well. Just
Second missed pitch of the inning.
Distance, just couldn't keep it fair.
Smash to the left side. This looks like extra bases. Anderson with a relay throw, but he's in there easily.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Oh my
Run
goodness.
on base, and now Adam Frazier. In there.
Oh,
for strike
come
one.
on. Are you serious?
At the belt and fire.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
This one high in the air to left center. Makes
Oh.
the grab on the run. And the inning is over.
It's a hanging slider. Would have loved to have driven that into the gap and knocked in 2 runs. Missed a pitch with both Toro and with Tom Murphy there. That's
Welcome back. Ready to go.
That's hard. That's
Andrew Vaughn now.
Leading up for the White Sox.
bookmark that in
Fielder.
your memory.
Check swing, but he went too far.
Top of the 4th inning. I sure hope it's not the difference maker, but finally got to a point where we were getting good contact, and then just,
And one out now.
I mean, just missed 2
that slider
pitches.
bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like
The
a
batter,
cutter and just
the
can
third
eat
baseman.
you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
And it gets by him. Can't field it cleanly.
Wow, what is happening right now?
And he'll reach second with one away.
We had an issue with
Rolled over on this
Lewis
pitch a
in
little
the
bit.
outfield
Not enough
yesterday as
behind it to
well.
shoot it through for a
Number
knock.
15.
And We'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Steps on first for the out. Now, Gavin
Up next to the White
Sheets.
Sox.
1 for 1 with
The
a
first
single so
baseman.
far.
Gavin.
Rolled over to third. Hayes to first.
Okay,
Out
get out of it. No big deal.
So a man left for the White Sox. Score remains
Probably
2-2.
should have just been a single, not a double.
Back here at the ballpark, ready now for the 5th inning. And now it's going to be Dom Thompson-Williams. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. The other way.
Where
and
was
that's
that?
a base hit.
That at
So,
bat.
run on board
Oh,
to start the inning.
a little late on it, just into the outfield, little bloop shot. At least would have scored 1 run.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
A swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Off the base of the wall. Oh, the throw is wild. The run comes in to score from second.
Damn
It's
it.
3-2.
I know we have the lead. I know we got the run in. I know we have no outs.
Clutch runs
All of that
straight
is
back.
good.
Yeah, he's been so
How is that
good
not
in
a
these
home run?
situations.
Come
Call
on.
it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now the White Sox manager is
Yeah, I was
out
gonna
of the dugout.
say they gotta come to the
Dylan
gotta get to the
Cease
bullpen.
gives way,
I was
but the
hoping
lineup
to get
goes on
Lewis
again
all the way
as
to
he's
third.
responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Yeah, probably it's just, you know, it's better. I'm sure that he
It's
didn't,
his
but
job to keep his team in the game.
Draft.
At this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's a big power threat. Mitch Haniger. First pitch, and he just misses.
So we're still dealing with high 90s fastballs. 99, 86 on a 12-6 curve, 90 on a circle change, 93 on a slider.
And that one off the outside edge.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Here comes the pitch. The 2-1 is high. Right-hander kick steals. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Thought that was going to draw.
And the righty deals. Good plate appearance
Ooh,
there.
okay.
Able to take the walk.
He's been a little generous, especially on the low side of the zone. Thankfully, that wasn't
close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance.
Wasn't one of those scenarios.
In the air to left center. Base hit. One run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man,
J.P.
such a nice job.
Crawford.
That's what you're supposed to do with a pitch in that location.
We have a lot of guys that have played super well over the course of the season. Crawford,
swinging a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
Underrated importance on this team. Especially defensively, he's been magnificent out there at shortstop.
And a pitch.
Ooh, that's not.
A ball popped up. Sheets on the move. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Haniger around third.
Safe. I thought he was going to get there, and he.
When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock.
That was wild. I thought that was an out.
First base, and that's where no one could get to it.
He even kind of bobbled it out there in the outfield. Almost got him there at home. I sent everybody back just to qualify it as like a safety thing, just to make sure everybody get back.
Toro, the next to hit, takes outside.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Next offering misses, and the count is 2-0. Righty to the plate. Vaughn on the move to the right. Crawford at second. Hayes at first with no outs. And that one ripped into right. Engel makes the play. Runner tags at second. Cut off. Throw to third. He's in there.
The catcher, number 2,
Tom Murphy up next for the Mariners.
Man, we just missed a home run. Pitch number 4. That was a different pitcher. It was a changeup, I believe.
Lifted in the air, right field. Engel on the move as he glides back. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for third.
I will take that. Manufacture that run, 2 outs. I mean, not ideal, but that's what you want to see. Just kind of
quality
get something
at-bats
going.
out of this team right now.
Here's Adam Frazier. In there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Oh, that's a big 12-6 curve.
Left-hand hitter waits and takes low for ball 1. Righty delivers, and that's downstairs and outside. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Robert on the move, brings it in for the 3rd out. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 7.
Big lead. I can't gamble. Need to be very attentive here. Do not be afraid to use Castillo. Do not be afraid to use Seawald. Probably won't use Dunn because we used him yesterday.
Tim Anderson.
Shortstop.
Oops.
Tim
I hit the wrong button.
Anderson.
Pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. The wind of the pitch. Hit hard. That gets through.
Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball
Now
back
back,
up the middle.
second
Timing
baseman.
was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Got him. Down on
Looking, that was
strikes.
not a great
And he
slider.
knew it.
Or sinker,
Here on
excuse
the
me. That was
south side.
way
So you spent a few
outside. I
years
like kind of
playing
pushed
for
it a
the
little
White
further
Sox.
outside
What are
and
those memories like?
just kind of pulled
Great
it back
city.
in.
Chicago is along the lines of New York and Boston in terms of just the buzz of the city. For me, it being my first big league team and big league city, extremely special because along with cracking the lineup and playing, we had our first child and so many memories made here, so it always holds a special place in my heart.
Eloy Jimenez now. Hammered down the
God,
right
that
side. for
did
foul.
not get down the
And
way
that's
I
where your
wanted it to.
broadcasting career
He's
started
not
as
a
well.
guy I really
Indeed,
want
it
to
did. And that's how you got me. So I'd say Chicago's been pretty good to us.
goof around
Well,
there.
he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Do I just kind of go for broke? Use some of the best
Here on
pitchers
the
best
south side,
bullpen guys I
now
have.
Dom Thompson Williams.
There's a day off
Dom Thompson Williams.
between the end of this game and
Right-hander
Friday.
back to work. And there's a
We
strike.
should be able to get everybody back to full energy.
Right side.
That was a bad swing.
To first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 1, Kyle Lewis.
This is Kyle Lewis. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Next pitch misses inside. And 1-1. And he deals. Off the plate, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. That clips the corner.
Okay, thankfully that was strike number 2. Everything fastball here. He does. That's the only pitch he has any confidence in.
2-2 now. This one in the air, center field. Makes the catch for the out.
Confidence for him shot in those other 3 pitches you can see. So we're gonna want to try and key in on this fastball.
Ground ball right side.
That's a circle change. Damn it.
Fires over
Okay,
first.
made that pretty easy for him that time around.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots do up. It's the Mariners 7 and the White Sox 2.
Too important to hold your pee during. So we're going to go ahead and take a 6th inning stretch break right here on youtube.com/OnSourceRex. While I do that, I'm actually going to think about how I want to do this. Ideally, I would like to get our starting pitcher, Justice Sheffield, through 6 innings, bring in Castillo, Sewald, and a third other arm for like 9, 8, 7, basically. I know it's not a save situation, but I got to put my best arms up here to force a Game 5. We get the day off. We can get everybody back, full stamina, ready to roll for an all-or-nothing Game 5. So I will think about that while I am in the restroom. Stick around. Be sure to take this quick little short intermission. Be sure you're subscribed, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. I'll be right back with more baseball after this brief waiting screen. And we are back. Manager bullpen.
For the White Sox, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
All right, bottom 6 here.
That's a slider for a strike.
Slider
Well, guys
in.
throwing a lot of first pitch
Strike
strikes.
1.
As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Ground ball up the middle.
Thankfully, he had 5 speed.
Hitter in the 6th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one's in there, 0-1.
That would have been an okay one to give up. That was a bad pitch.
Ball pretty well struck right field, and it hits the fence. The throw in, not in time.
So there's 8 miles an hour of wind pushing out towards the right field side of the ballpark. I don't know if you saw that. Looking at the.
That's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Fly ball down
Pause
the line.
menu.
Thompson Williams right there to make the grab. That's out number 2.
Good pitch. He just kind of had.
All right, if we can kind of weather a couple of these storms here, we should be all right. It's okay to give up a run. We just can't. We can't let this get blown up.
About guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. 0-1.
Yeah, that felt terrible. Really, really low.
Gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because
now this one gets through. Gone around third.
He's out. Dead to rights at the plate. Cut down. Let's go. Let's go.
They're down 5. It's 7-2.
Beautiful throw by Dom T. Williams. There is no reason to send that guy. Slow speed without like a super deep shot. Clean, baby. And that's where that T. Williams speed comes in.
7th, we have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Stanek. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so he'll try to keep it where it is. And welcome back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Mitch Haniger.
Leading off for the
This
Mariners,
kind of lead, he can
the right
swing
fielder,
freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Four-seam fastball still up in that high 90s. This one's going to top out at 100. Splitter at 90. Slider at 89.
Strike one.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step. And that's why he makes so many great plays.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Right-handed reliever. On the ground to the left.
On top of that
Sends
splitter.
it over to Sheets. That's the first out at the top of the seventh.
the batter, number 3, shortstop.
Part of me wants to just say screw it offensively and just
J.P. Crawford.
Just
up
get to
next
the
for
defensive
Mariners
side.
For the fourth time tonight. Line drive. Has some
ooh,
trouble
off
with it.
his glove. There's a knock for J.P. Crawford.
The batter, the third baseman, Key Brian.
Unsung hero of the season, probably. I mean, Frazier, between him and Frazier at second and shortstop, they have been lockdown defenders in those spots. I mean, every once in a while, maybe like a little bit of a goof here or there, but just such incredible mainstays at those positions. Ke'Bryan Hayes has been terrific, but we got him later in the season. Moving Toro over to first base, I think has been helpful from a speed perspective. Sorry, Ty France.
Preparing to come on if needed. Here's a 1-1. Now this is in the air down the line.
That
Angle
was
settles
not a
under
great
this
swing.
one. Makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And at first, next to switch hitting first baseman, Abraham Toro.
Oh, that's a bad swing. That's a terrible swing. So late on that high fastball. Ugh.
Lead one, but they're still on
Ugh.
top 7-2. Back at guaranteed rate field. And the batter now, Gavin
Leading
Sheets.
up for the White Sox, the first baseman.
We'll leave him in here lefty lefty.
Fought off foul. Now the 0-1. Good eye in that spot. The wind to the pitch. That's inside. And a count 2-1. Now a screamer into the outfield.
Williams, excellent recovery speed. He took a step to his right, and I didn't think he was going to be able to get back to it, but excellent speed there.
Anderson.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. And up next for Chicago, Tim Anderson. Bounce to the left side. Throw over to Toro. 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking
second
for.
baseman,
Ball on the ground. Nice
Gabby.
ground out.
Mendez.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Danny Mendez. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Not much to this one other than
center
just a
fielder.
willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
A swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field.
All right,
Just
that's
kinda
it.
sliced
That's it.
that one into center.
Got to go to the bullpen.
Right there does a great job of staying in the big.
Got to go to the
part of field.
bullpen.
Back, the designated hitter.
And here comes the
We're
Mariners
fine.
manager
We're
to the
fine.
mound.
Everything's fine.
Pitching change coming.
We're good.
Justice Sheffield departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Casey
It's gonna be
Sadler.
Casey Sadler.
With the rock out of the pen.
One
And a
postseason
healthy
appearance
size
and
lead
2
for him to
innings,
work with.
2 strikeouts, a lot of zeros where you want to see him. I'm covering him up. There you go. Zeros on the ERA. Nobody's batting very well. No walks.
And now, Eloy Jimenez. Throws to first.
Perfect.
And that is
Chef's
the
kiss
inning.
right there. Chef's
White
kiss.
Sox strand a couple. They're down
Fuck
5.
yes.
It's 7-2.
I gambled. I won a little bit. I think even if Frazier doesn't get to that ball, we can take a look at the replay here.
For the White Sox,
They're going to bring in Kyle Crick.
And we'll see how he performs in this situation.
Oh,
with his
regular
team
season.
down
I was like,
big.
a 5.57 ERA. That's very bad. I mean, it still is, regardless of regular postseason.
Welcome back to the top of the 8th. Now the Mariners catcher, Tom
So,
Murphy.
we've already cut down 1 run here in this game. So this is an interesting play here. We have got a runner on second. I don't think he has a ton of speed. I don't remember what the number is, but I don't think it's that great. Obviously, 2 outs. He's going to be running full bore. Who cares anyway? Even if Frazier can't get to this, Haniger's in a pretty good spot. We might still be able to cut him down at the plate. It's actually not as helpful as I thought the angle would be. Maybe they just hold him, and you know what? It doesn't matter. Frazier with an excellent defensive play there with his gold glove. This is more my speed here. Frazier, by the way, gold glove, excellent play there. Out of the inning, does exactly what I want him to do. We bring him in, 1 pitch, the 1 out. We're off into the top of the 8th. Where they bring in a new pitcher with Kyle Crick, 4-seam at 93, a slider at 79, a 2-seam at 93. And you can see already,
And that one sliced foul.
I'm still late on it. A little indecisive here. But this is going to be
Next offering
a
way
little bit
off
more
the
what I'm
plate.
used to. Now, the difference here is that slider is really slow, topping out at 79. So it's still a pretty significant difference, 14 miles an hour or so.
This one smacked out to left center.
And unfortunately, just a little too much air under it.
And there's one away.
Just early.
Now batting, second baseman, Adam.
He
Here's
came
the
in, he
second
threw
baseman,
1 pitch, so
Adam
we'll leave him
Frazier.
in for the 8th.
In the air, left field.
God damn it. Again, just a little too much
Sells
air.
under it and makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting,
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And stepping in is the speedy Dom Thompson-Williams. Rips one to right.
And
that's
again,
the
oh
only-
my goodness.
Mariners go down
That's
quietly
3
there.
solid pieces
They're
of
still on top,
contact
7-2.
straight to the defender. Oh. Obviously a lot easier to swallow with a 5-point lead, or 5-point lead. 5-run lead.
Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
leading off for the White Sox, the catcher,
The wind of the pitch.
Yasmani Grandal.
And strike 1 to the catcher. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 gone here.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
And now here is Andrew Vaughn. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Oh, that drilled it. To second, and that's not it. And he gets to first safely as a result. So I think I'll just sit here quietly in disbelief.
Third baseman,
And now Yohan Moncada. Swing and a
And
tap.
that sucks right off the pitcher. That's okay. Double play in order here.
Popped up, foul
Are they going to need it?
territory
Murphy
behind
with
the
a
plate.
nice play here.
And there's 2 down.
Crawford with a nice cover of
The
second
right
base.
fielder, number
And next to
15.
hit for the Sox,
Adam
Adam Engel.
Engel.
On the ground to third. Hayes to first.
Beautiful.
Out with room to
Beautiful,
spare, and
beautiful,
that's the inning.
beautiful.
So a man left for the White Sox. They're down 5. It's 7-2.
Our top 3 guys. This is who you want coming up. Lewis, Cattell Marte, Mitch Haniger.
White Sox going with a new arm. Craig
Now
Kimbrell.
for the White
Big
Sox.
deficit here, but he's still
Number
got a job to
46.
do.
Greg Kimbrell.
We go to the 9th, and now for Seattle, Kyle Lewis.
Leading off for Seattle, the center fielder, number 1, Kyle Lewis.
Upper 90s on that fastball, topping out at 99. Knuckle curve at 87. Two seam at
And the
98.
pitch. In there at the knees. And ball 1. Here comes a pitch. And a good eye there. Right-hander kicks, deals. There's the strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And the righty deals. And down
Oof.
on strikes he goes.
Got me with that knuckle curve.
There's one
Yuck.
away.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
This one lifted in the air, left field, and it drops in.
Cattell
But a
Marte
good
getting
job to
another
keep it
one
in
of those
front.
hits on that late swing, kind of opposite field stuff going there.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So man aboard. Now here is Mitch Haniger. Grounder
that's a
might
bad
be 2.
swing.
Over to Mendick for 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah.
It's the Mariners 7 and the White Sox
We have
2.
our we have Castillo out in the bullpen, ready to roll.
Back here on the south side. And now the first baseman, Gavin
Leading off
Sheets.
for the White Sox.
Throwing a total of 9 pitches in 1 1/3 innings.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its
Wow.
way. Gone.
Okay.
That cutter rolling away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics
Okay.
and trust that
2
you
home
can
runs
get
we've given up
good
to the
into
White
it.
Sox in
He
this
did right
game.
there.
Both of them are just kind of like, all right.
Anderson.
And here is Tim Anderson. Nobody on, nobody out. They're the last
That location
half
was
of inning
exactly
number
where I
9.
wanted it. Just a better hit.
Next offering is in for a strike.
But just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
So now 1-2.
Just in case.
Kicks and deals. Stays alive. Righty to the plate. On the ground, right side. Frazier on to first in time. 1 away.
1 away.
That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
The second baseman,
Danny Mendick steps to the plate for the White Sox. Out front and foul to the left side. A wide to kick the pitch. right side. Frazier gloves it. Tosses to first. White Sox down to their final out.
Now batting. The
2
center
outs,
fielder,
base is empty.
Luis.
And up next for Chicago, Luis Robert, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. Out to short. And that is the
Game.
ball game.
We are heading to a game 5, folks.
Money never gets old, but
Winner
it's also
takes
important to
all
play
Friday at
some
7
level
p.m.
of
Pacific
fear
time right here
and
on the
that's
channel.
what brings out the best,
That
knowing
was
that
a
if I
good
bring it
offensive
today,
game. We kind of had that
lose,
one
and
big
nobody likes
inning
to lose, especially
type
if you
of
work this
game,
hard to play at this level.
but that's
what I
okay. The defense was a lot better. The 2 home runs we gave up, they counted for the 3 runs for the White Sox. Both of them are just like, all right, like that's just kind of how it goes. Solo home runs at the 2nd and the 3rd tied the game. A big 5-run 5th. 12 hits, 7 runs scored.
7-3 is how this one ends.
Fantastic.
For Chris Singleton and our
Fantastic.
entire
Sheffield
crew
gets
here
the
at
win.
MLB The Show,
Cease
thanks for
gets the
stopping
loss.
by.
Series
I'm
tied
John
2-2. No
Talk to you soon.
saves. And that is how you tie a series. That is a good response game. We are 2-0 when we score 4 runs or more, 5 runs or more, and 0-2 when we score 4 runs or fewer. That has always been the breaking point, or been the breaking point throughout the season. 4 runs and fewer, really struggle with those games. We get wins every once in a while. There was a good section where we were able to pull off some of those lower scoring, tighter games. But 5 runs or more, that was where we had a lot of success. We're having it in the playoffs. That's what you want to see. Bat flip out of Sheets. That was early in the game. J.P. Crawford.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious.
Ketel Marte, your player of the game, 4 for 5, a double, a ribby, a run. Abraham Toro was 1 for 3 with a solo home run. Kyle Lewis 2 for 5 with a home run. He scored twice. 2 for 4 for J.P. Crawford.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Eloy Jimenez, 2 for 4 with a home run, a double, 2 ribbies, scored once. Gavin Sheets, 2 for 4 with a home run, a ribby, and a run.
White Sox, thank you for attending.
Dylan Cease gets the loss, 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 earned on his line. Justice Sheffield, 6.2 innings pitched. He gave up 12 hits. We were able to weather that storm with 4 strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned on his line for the day. They out-hit us 14-12. It's a little bit like some of the games we've had recently where we're out-hitting an opponent and just not able to score a ton of runs. This time around, though, we're able to get a victory. And that feels really damn good. View today's games. Earlier, you saw New York even the series at 2. The 2 teams that had to win won. New York 4-2, Seattle 7-3. Nothing happening tomorrow because the NL is all set. Friday, 2 game 5s. Severino versus Barreros. Giolito versus someone else. It might be Marco Gonzalez. It also might be Robbie Ray. I'm not really sure which direction I want to go. Won't be Sheffield. He won't have the energy to do it. So that pitcher will be different. But there you have it. We can actually sim through that date right there. And now we are all set for the games on the 14th. So there you go. Hey, thank you so much for watching. That was a good game. That felt good. We were able to get on that pitcher. He had the big speed differential between the high 90s fastball and the 78 mile an hour curveball and the 12-6 curve and blah, blah, blah. He left stuff in the zone for me to hit. And the best part about it is I missed 2 pitches. I thought that top of the 4th inning was actually going to come back to bite me because I missed 2 pitches. One with Toro, one with Murphy. Those both would have been home runs, solo home runs. I was worried that was going to be the difference, where we were going to get to the point in the game where it's like we're down 3-2, we're down 4-2, whatever it is, and those are the 2 pitches that came back to haunt me. Fortunately, a big 5-run 5th, that helped us out, and we're able to even this series at 2. We will find out who who will be in the ALCS at the last possible minute. That'll be again Friday, 5 p.m. You'll be able to see the Toronto-New York game, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Mariners taking on the Chicago White Sox. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. I appreciate so much the views. Hopefully you're enjoying playoff coverage right here on the channel. We got more of it coming. ALCS, NLCS, and the World Series before we are all done with this season. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you Friday for more baseball. A Game 5, a doubleheader of Game 5s. Can't wait.